Okay guys, welcome to Car Garage Battle Reports. We're going to do another one today. Today you have the SS Viking Division facing off against the American 2nd Armored Mechanized Tank Company with some infantry support there. For the Germans, we have one Panzergrenadier platoon. We have one Panther platoon that is being Kampfgroup into having the XO, the 2IC, there in the Panzer IV. And you have the 1IC there being protected by 2 Panthers and 1 platoon of Panzer IVs. The platoons, the German company commander and SS platoons, or the Panzer platoons, tank ace abilities are for the Panzer IVs. They have the Knight's Cross with Oak Leaves, which gives them move and shoot with full rate of fire, and platoon reroll on failed skill tests. The Panthers have the Knight's Cross with swords, so they get to reroll failed to hit with main guns, and move and shoot full rate of fire and platoon reroll failed skill test. And the 1IC has that same ability. Since the mission is breakthrough, my Panzergrenadier are going to be held off in reserve for the flanking action.
Hello. We are going to go over mine. Here's my 1IC and 2IC. Here's a platoon of 76 with Sergeant LaPoule. Here is a group of 75 millimeters. And then here is a armored rifle platoon with a tank destroyer platoon.
Okay, so that's the setup. That's what we have. There's my 2 objectives placed over there, and my deployment zones over there. So, yeah, we'll see you after we get set up. Okay, so here we are. The Germans have set up in their deployment zone with the Panzergrenadier off board for reserves, and the Americans with their mechanized infantry platoon, the 76 millimeter Shermans, and their 1IC and 2IC going to try and keep me off of there. And so for the terrain, the roads are just dirt roads. It's a small little village somewhere in Europe. You have rock walls, normal bulletproof cover, houses. Some of these older things here from the open fire box set. Got a little house here. These tan fields are just slow going, and the wheat fields here, they are difficult going and provide concealment to stuff that's in them. And then you have forests denoted by the green pads with the tree on it, and then the open fire ones. And that dirt blob over there, that's just muddy field, slow going. Alright, so we'll see you at the bottom of turn 1. Okay, so here we are at the bottom of turn 1. The Germans on their turn, they advanced up to just behind that wall, and then stormtroopered forward to their present position right there. This platoon of Panzer IVs opened fire and managed to destroy that one Sherman over there, and then they stormtroopered into their present position. These guys didn't have any targets after they moved, so they just got into their current configuration right there. The American 76 over here next to the burned out one, he advanced forward and took a shot on the Panthers and had a chance to bail them out, but couldn't make the firepower check, so nothing happened, and these two fellows stayed on the defensive. The American rifle team, or rifle platoon, armored rifle platoon, advanced forward so they can try and secure my objectives and try and hold me off there, and then the 1IC and 2IC stayed in their present position. So we'll see you again at the bottom of turn 2. Okay guys, we're back at the bottom of turn 2. Okay, the Germans, they advanced up and took shots at this the armored rifle platoon and managed to destroy the M5 half-track there, and only one of his teams didn't survive. The other two made the roll and then pinned. Then they stormtroopered back up to their current position to get a little bit more of an advance. The Panzer platoon advanced up, took a couple shots, didn't get anything, and these two guys back here bogged down on that turn, so they were useless. And the other two tanks over there, the two Panzers, or Panthers rather, they didn't make their shots either, and when the Americans came back, unfortunately Sergeant Poole there, he didn't do anything, but the little guy in the woods with one shot did, and he managed to kill that Panther. So, we're going to come back at the bottom of turn 3, and I get to roll now finally to see if my gepanzerte Panzergrenadieren come out of reserves. Alright, here we are at the bottom of turn 3. The Germans advanced up and managed to kill Sergeant Poole over there. And that leaves that platoon with two 76mm Shermans. The other one, the other tank there, bogged down for some reason. This Panzer IV troop does not want to get in the fight. The Panther crew here with the 2IC, they advanced up and opened fire on this troop here, killing one stand, and total combined with all the hits managed to pin that platoon. The 2IC from the Americans and the 1IC, they stayed put, and these half-tracks moved over, got into line with that American platoon, caused some hits on them, but no kills. So we will see you at the bottom of turn 4. Alright guys, we're here at the bottom of turn 4. My tanks advanced somewhat, fired on the platoon, didn't really get any kills, actually got a lot of misses, but still managed to keep them pinned. these guys advanced to shoot at the rifle platoon, and they reversed back during Stormtrooper. These guys advanced up, took a couple shots at some guys, didn't get much work done, and the two 76mm mortars there, or millimeter tanks, they returned fire and managed to dust off the 1IC's tank there, and he went and jumped in the Panther in the back. When he rolled his reserves, he actually managed to get all of his reserves in. So we have two tank destroyers modeled by those Fireflies right there. And then he had his 75mm Sherman's platoon come in there. They didn't really get any work done, and this rifle platoon, they tried to mortar the half-tracks with no successful hits, and then the rifleman right here tried to take a shot at the half-tracks, actually scored a hit, and my armor protected me. So we will see you again at the bottom of turn 5. Okay, here we are at the bottom of turn 5, and turn did not go so good for the Germans at all. The Germans advanced up, tried to destroy the Americans, and I got them to break and run with the tank assault, or an assault from the half-tracks using mounted assault, and destroyed a fair number of them, and then they broke, took off running. These tanks over here, God, this was a bloodbath. The Americans pulled out a pretty good run. They got their morale together, got themselves picked up, flanked around, and used good old American stabos, and shot the hell out of them tanks. And the last 76mm Sherman shot the 1IC in the Panther. This little guy over here made a side shot, and he actually got the 2IC in that Panzer. So you know where this is heading. The tank destroyers over there, they got the Panther here to bail out. And the 1IC and 2IC decided it was time to get in the fight, and they came over here, and the 4 infantry bases that were here aren't there anymore because they used their machine guns and shot the hell out of them. And that caused them to pin down. And with no 1IC, no 2IC, and only 2 tanks, or rather 3 tanks left, because we did just kind of an iffy to see if he would get back in. And these guys here, these 2 little infantry squads, or teams, they made their morale, but with no 1IC or 2IC to command them, they withdrew, giving the Americans their victory. So that's how this all played out. So if you like the battle report, please like and subscribe, and we will definitely try to keep doing these. And you guys have a good day.